For me, I think the worst universe to live in would be the Terminator universe, bro. Because like the Skynet, is that what it's called? It just pretty much just obliterates like the whole world. Like, and then they create robots to like exterminate humans. Here's a fun
Terminator
story.
movie marathon.
I had GI issues in middle school, and I was very, very backed up. And
in what way?
Oh, Luke, I couldn't pass bowel movements because my body decided not to.
Why didn't you do it?
It wasn't really my choice, unfortunately.
I remember this.
No, you don't.
I do.
Are you serious?
Dude, your dad talks to my mom all the time.
Why is my dad talking to your mom about my GI issues? I don't have GI issues
Your
anymore.
family's very.
Why wasn't I told
They're
about
very,
this?
very honest with each other, I guess. Is that what you said?
No, I said that's why they're close.
Oh, yeah, because they talk about their children's problems. Yeah. Anyway, my dad, what a G, he stayed home with me like in a couple days when I had to like drink Miralax and just like,
hell yeah,
it was really rough.
That sounds nasty.
I remember we moved the TV upstairs onto the like living room table for some reason because I guess I had to stay in the living room. I don't know why. And we watched all 3 Terminator movies, and like that's a core memory that I have with my dad.
I love that
because
story.
I was constipated and
nice
and watching Terminator, but it was a good time. Man.
On this week's episode, we learned about Brandon's bowel
Those movies are
movements.
so good.
And we are back. Welcome, everyone, to another 0.5 episode of the Campfire Council podcast. Thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate all of you. Today, for the 0.5, we are going to be discussing and debating what we think would be the best universe or the worst universe to like live in or be
Fictional
in.
universe.
Fictional,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we want to start this. If someone has something they want to roll with right away off the top of their head.
Who is the best? Like the best universe that you could live in?
I'm between 2.
Really? Where are they?
All right.
I'm between Star Wars and Pokemon.
Oh,
Because I think Pokemon would be
pretty
sick.
Box.
Box, just infinite box.
I'm between those 2.
Yeah, dude.
I just don't know enough about Pokemon to know. I know it's cool, and I
Yeah.
played some of the games and stuff, but...
So why Star Wars?
Why Star Wars?
Yeah.
Well, one, you have so many. I mean, it's kind of a reflection in a sense of like how life is already like here in terms of political stuff and whatever, and like you have different ages. So like there was a High Republic age, and like it kind of replicates how life is like here in a sense, or like how history goes here. And so, like, it wouldn't be that far different in that standpoint. But not only do you just have regular people walking around, you also have Wookiees. And now, apparently, in the Star Wars universe, you have Jedi Wookiees, which is sick.
Wait, so one of the biggest
so-
aspects of why it's the best universe?
Yes,
is
Jedi
Wookiees?
Wookiees. Yep.
Wookiees.
And Ewoks. Yep.
Ewoks.
Ewoks are cute.
Ewoks are sick.
They're adorable.
You could probably punt them pretty far.
Wow.
Yeah, you probably could.
What are those birds from the Force Awakens? You could
Porgs?
probably punt. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
punt.
Oh,
those. I always
porgs,
wanted to punt those
are
things.
so cute.
Oh, I hate those
Yeah.
things.
They're cute.
But yeah,
They are cute.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think-
When Chewie's cooking the porg, it looks
the other
Oh,
porg
yeah,
looks
yeah,
all
yeah.
sad.
I feel like we also need to balance the like the bad sides of the that universe.
yeah.
because
So,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, are we talking like once the Empire took over?
Right,
Empire.
'cause
I'm
the
saying
Empire-
There's
all
some
of it.
danger.
Yeah, dude. Like,
I'm saying all of it.
Palpatine was just like sending off troops to multiple planets to basically just like dominate them and like
Clayons.
put them in check or whatever. But if we're just looking like at the universe itself, I think it would be really cool. I think another thing too that's really cool about it is just like there'd be so much to explore.
Yes.
Like
heck
Tatooine.
yes.
I know Camino is kind of like no one really knows about it, but like if you could find it or something,
You get clones of yourself.
I mean, we need more clones of Luke. We
Absolutely.
need all the clones.
Let's fund this.
Yep.
Attack of the Lukes.
Attack.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because think about I was gonna choose Star Wars probably. I'll roll with something else. That's totally fine. But one reason why I would choose is because even if, let's say, the Empire or some evil ruler was around, you do have that opportunity to, like, if you have a ship, to travel like anywhere in the galaxy, literally like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of planets in the Star Wars universe, if you can keep expanding. But that's pretty sick. Like, you can just hop in your spaceship and just
Here's
go
the
for it.
question though: what spaceship would you use to travel?
Dude,
Ooh,
I love X-wings. Like, look at Poe's X-wing right there. Like, that's pretty sick.
it is sick.
Cool.
But
It's too
also,
restrictive.
That's
Yeah,
what I was about to
if-
say. I need
yeah.
something
Something
like the
more
Millennium
comfortable.
Falcon where I can
or
move
Slave
around.
One, yeah.
Or Slave One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the Razor Crest. I thought the Razor
Ooh.
Crest
That
was
one is
sick.
really cool too.
True.
I think I don't like aesthetically the Millennium Falcon as much, but I think
What?
for
iconic.
just, I don't
though.
know. What?
Yeah,
It's so iconic.
Because
It's iconic.
asymmetrical.
It's just
Yeah.
like a strange shape, but
Yeah.
it's an awesome ship. I'm not saying that. I think just like aesthetically, it's not the most pleasing. I do like though that it's got like the huge space to, like, walk around. There's like multiple rooms. Like you can go in the floorboards or whatever, and like not that I would really need to know that, but
I like the S class. Is it the S class or the
Yeah.
A
Enemies,
class
I'm so
Venator?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Wait, what?
either or.
Yeah, the Venator,
oh,
the big
Vader.
Republic.
Oh, dude, yeah. Can I just
The
have one of those
Republic
ships?
gunship.
That's
True.
just like
Yeah.
a cruise, bro. That
No,
is just-
I take it back. I would take
I
a
want
gun.
that.
I would
I
take a
want that.
gunship. The Star Wars, the clone like gunship.
Oh,
the
yeah.
coolest,
Straight to a Venator.
the
That's-
coolest
Venator.
sound ever.
Yeah.
You cannot beat the sound when it just flies by.
What
And
you
if you
just have a
get
Death
warm,
Star?
dude, if you get warm, you pop open the side doors. You're good.
Star Killer Base.
True.
That's
Yeah,
a-
dude, like, what if you just have like the Death Star? That's your ship. But
I mean,
yeah.
it is pretty fast.
I would just take the. Is it Venator or Venator?
Venator.
Oh, it is. I've been
Yeah.
saying that wrong for like a
Dude.
long time.
Correct yourself.
Gosh.
Canceled. It's out. It's over.
I think that's a solid pick, Noah.
Yeah.
I
That is
was
really
going
solid,
to just
yeah.
because I'm a huge, mainly because if it was restricted to like one planet, that's one thing where it's like, that's cool. But there's so many planets that you can travel in, different worlds with different, literally all the different species and creatures that are on in Star Wars is sick.
Mm-hmm.
But lots of threats though.
That is true.
Lots of pirates, Empire, people that want to kill you. But that makes it fun.
That does make it fun.
Does someone else want to go next? I got to think of a new one now.
I think you said like Pokemon. That one
I
would
did
be
say,
kind of.
yeah.
That one would be kind of. I don't know. It'd just be like cool.
Harmless and cute.
Yeah, to have
Yeah.
like different animals just like flying around and like you can catch them
See,
all.
but like,
Catch them all.
so think of it this way. It would be kind of freaky though if like you were in the universe, but it's still like realistic, like how it is here.
Yeah,
And so like you just have like a giant lizard, like dragon, just
in the grass.
like right next to you. Like that'd be
And also-
pretty freaky.
Yeah, dude, and then
Yeah.
yeah, you have to fight every time you step in
Da-da.
grass. That would
Yeah.
actually kind of suck. Or do you have people that just like stand there and wait for you to walk in front of them, and then you have to battle them? You're just like, I'm trying to get to work, dude.
Sir.
Like,
Yeah,
Sir, please
Dude.
move.
yeah, please.
Please.
dude, I don't care about your level 3 mudkip or
Yeah,
whatever
right.
you got, bro.
Like,
Or your caterpie. We know it's gonna flee.
yeah,
We
we
know
know
what
it's
it's
gonna
doing.
flee.
There's this video I saw of these guys that drive around in like this white van and they
Son of a.
dude
Oh wow, he just messed up the whole podcast. Look at that.
We're done.
Look at that.
this guy would just these couple guys would
Sorry,
just drive
Bella.
around this white van and they would just get out with the biggest Pokemon ball
Oh, and they're
and they just
Oh,
launch it
yeah, I've
at
seen that.
some random people, like some dude's on a bench and it like
They
knocks
just
him over
shuck 'em.
and they just get back in the van and just run and the
Yeah.
guy just gets
So
all pissed.
funny.
It's just
Yeah,
like
it's so
Yeah, I've seen
funny.
that.
just ruins someone's day to throw a huge Pokeball at them.
Yeah.
What a way to ruin someone's day.
Yeah.
That's
right.
a good one though.
yeah.
That's cute.
That's good. Milo, it looks like you're about to say something.
Well, mine's gonna be kind of long, so if you guys want to go first.
All right, Brandon or
Okay.
Joyce, because I don't
I don't
know
have
yet,
any
'cause-
best.
Okay.
I mean, I
just Lord of the Rings. Just throw me in the
Yeah.
Shire. Just let me be a
There you
hobbit.
go.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's my
Peaceful.
calling. I'm not.
That would be
I'm not a super
very
tall guy.
peaceful.
Peaceful.
Food.
I'd fit right in. Yeah, food. Whenever you want, essentially, or at least the way they make it seem. I mean, obviously, you work hard for it. You're a farmer. You're in nature. You're being a hobbit. You live in a hole in the ground.
That would be
Solitude of that is pretty cool.
Imagine like reading like Frodo was in one of
Mhm.
the first scenes in the Fellowship of the
Yeah.
Ring, just in the woods.
Right.
Reading would be great.
Yeah, like the different sections of the woods, different forests and stuff that you could travel to. Obviously, there's certain ones you don't want to go to, like Mirkwood or something like that, but
If you want to play
I
in the
would
mud with the Urukai,
pretty much
it'd be
just
pretty cool.
stick to the Shire, where things are peaceful and
Yeah.
Yeah, think
you
of
wouldn't want to be in Rivendell at all.
Dude, I would
Rivendell
visit.
would be
sick.
Yeah,
Rivendell would be
it'd be
pretty
cool.
sick.
It'd be really
Yeah.
cool.
think about too all the different creatures that you could animals. I mean, there's a lot of bad creatures, but like the eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine on
Yeah.
hopping on one of those and just flying around. That'd be
Yeah,
sick.
like it is. So like everything's at our dispense. Like we can just do whatever in this
Within
world.
reason.
You're
I
in
think
creative
within
mode.
reason.
You just-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on creative mode. Right. That'd be insane.
Mhm.
Or like going back to having horses where you could just ride horses
Mhm.
around. We'd have to
That'd be
get
so
good at
much
that
fun.
though.
Yeah, you'd definitely have to learn a lot more skills.
yeah, for sure.
Men's retreat.
What kind of character would you want to be in Lord of the Rings?
I would want to
You
be a
want
hobbit. Yeah,
Okay.
I would. I just don't see any other character where I would fit in. I feel like I'd fit in.
So,
or
like
correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe.
So if you could have any choice,
Okay.
you would want to be a hobbit.
You could just be a man.
I could be my own version of a Maiar. I could just be this ultimate ruler, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, because I would pick like Gandalf. I would want to be Gandalf.
Sure, where you have the
I would-
knowledge and
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I just like the simplicity of Hobbiton and
Okay.
and like having actually gone and like been there and like to experience it, like actually like what we're talking about like firsthand is like, man, it's a cool place. So it's like I can't not pick it.
I was always
Yeah.
fascinated with the dwarves, so I feel like I'd be a
Yeah.
dwarf if I was in there.
Yeah, think about how
Caves are scary though.
beautiful
But rocks.
Yeah, how beautiful just all the scenes are in Lord of the Rings, and how there's no like, it's not modernized, where there's not like roads like we have today, or like the nasty buildings with a bunch of smoke. Besides like Mordor, with the smoke coming up.
It's kind of
But,
like,
like-
a big building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like that's over
Yeah.
there. You don't have to go
That
over
universe
there.
honestly has probably a lot less pollution than we
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
in the air.
But like, think about how cool you could just pack a backpack
Mm-hmm.
with your Hobbit stick, and you just go adventure like wherever you need to, and you
Bro,
have
it's a
to.
stave.
Dude, what does that even mean?
It's a stick that you
Oh.
use for traveling.
Sure,
Never heard it? Pull it up.
I don't know what a
Pull it up,
stave is.
G-Lo.
What is he
I don't
supposed
think
to
we
pull
need
up?
to. We
A
don't
stick?
have to pull it up.
Pull it up.
No, we're
Show
not.
this man a stave.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
really
sick.
curious to know what yours is. I
Okay,
mean,
what, are we going on to worst?
oh, yours is worst. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
I-
I got you.
You can go for. I'm still thinking. You
okay,
can go for it.
Okay.
His is worst though. Is yours best?
I was gonna do a.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't have one picked
Oh,
out
okay.
because I was gonna do best for Star Wars.
Oh, I got you.
I'm
Are
sorry.
we
The only
doing
other one
both?
that I would-
Are we doing both best?
Let's start with
Yeah,
one
yeah,
if
we
we
can
have
just start
time.
with best.
We'll roll with this. Yeah.
I don't know. This is kind of random, but I feel like the Last Airbender universe is like pretty
Dude,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know,
really
like all the
cool.
different cities and like the different cultures, like the four main cultures that you see of like, I don't know, the way that the Earth Kingdom operates with the like the
slide thing.
yeah, what do you like?
Almost
not
like
their
roller
mail
coaster.
system, but yeah. I just noticed this crack in your ceiling.
Yeah, Joey's
that
has been
okay?
putting on a lot of weight.
isn't that your room?
That's your room.
It is your
It is my room.
My room's like
No.
Yeah, his is that way. Joey's so heavy that it reaches
Right,
into
yeah,
Luke's
yeah,
room.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like, and then the Fire Nation, just they have like different food and stuff like that, and like they also have like really wild animals and stuff. I don't know. I think it'd be.
Where can a guy watch that? Because
just
I
drink water.
I think that version of anime is cool.
It's
Like,
not
I-
anime.
But you're
Oh,
gonna
it's
watch
not
Last Airbender?
I would
Yeah,
love for you
Netflix.
to watch.
Okay.
It's on
Okay.
Netflix?
I thought you weren't
Oh,
going to.
Hold on.
Oh, here we
Hold
go.
on. It's almost anime.
It's an Americanized.
basically
Cartoon.
like- it's like-
it's cartoon.
For me,
If
it's
somebody's-
anime.
Yeah, if somebody's like not really into anime, but they're like, I kind of want to check something out, Avatar: Last Airbender is for sure like a no-brainer.
I love
I guess.
Avatar: Last
I
Airbender.
guess
Fantastic.
I'm just
It's awesome.
kind of one of those really annoying anime people because like
Yeah.
it's not made in Japan by Japanese.
Yeah,
It's not anime.
But what if it's
Yeah,
But
made
it's
in
an
America by
American adaptation
Japanese?
of
Yeah.
a
it's like
Japanese
in
cartoon.
an anime style.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good. I
Yeah.
grew up with it. It's I think
I
seen it
highly
twice.
recommend.
Yeah.
You would like
you
it.
would
You would
love
like it.
You'd
yeah,
love it.
you'd love
It's
it.
so good.
Have you guys seen the live action yet?
No, dude, I
No.
haven't.
I heard it was good.
I know. I heard it was good too.
I loved it. You need
have
to
to watch
watch
the
the
cartoon.
cartoon first
That's what I
because
heard.
it's corny, but it's okay because we know it's going to be corny and we're okay with that because
Yeah.
we've seen the show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you haven't seen the actual animated show or the cartoon show,
Yeah.
That goes without
Uh,
saying. Same with One Piece. Like they made a
Yeah.
live action One Piece.
Yeah.
You should probably watch the anime first, or at least some of it. That
Yeah.
one's a little bit more of a commitment.
Yeah. Well, the show actually only got through like the first arc or something.
Okay. Yeah.
So, which is like 70 episodes still. So it's
70?
like, it's like a lot,
That's
but like,
insane.
you know.
That's like all of Avatar: Last Airbender.
Yeah, it's a lot, but yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be
That would be pretty sick.
All right.
What would you be if you had to pick?
Oh, which one? Or if
Yeah.
I could be a bender?
Yeah, if you could
Okay.
be which bender?
Air.
Okay.
100%, and I will argue anyone. If you say anything else, you're so wrong. Because, like, think
Do you
about...
get to choose?
Always
or is it
have air.
chosen for you.
Oh, I guess
No,
you're just born into it.
You're
Oh,
just born into
born
it.
into it.
Okay.
But air is the best, and here's why.
Let's do the last air.
You have super speed. You can fly. Your enemies can't see, you bending air.
Yeah, I
You know,
can.
they only animate it.
I just saw it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You check the specs.
That would be sick.
So I would,
though.
I would argue anyone who says any other bending, you're lying.
But what are your criteria for like the best bending?
Strongest,
It's
most
not the
useful.
strongest.
The rock.
It's 100% the strongest, dude.
No,
dude,
the
water
it-
bending.
Earth?
Water,
Oh,
Earth
what?
bender's the
water
strongest.
bending, dude,
Bro.
with blood bending.
In
Oh, that's-
Korra,
yeah.
they airbend the air out of people, or they like create a air bubble. Like
Yeah.
you're done. You're
You're
done.
done.
I don't know. I
Shout out to
think
Selena.
blood bending is still recognized as like the most powerful
Dude.
thing that you can do.
I'd bend my
It's-
fist into everybody's faces and I'd win.
There you go.
Because like
How
a
about that?
blood bender could.
Is it a
They have
flesh
defenses
bender?
against that too. They could blood bend the airbender.
Yeah, but like, dude, in Korra, not that I really liked Korra, but
Yeah, I started and I
Aang-
stopped.
yeah.
2 episodes.
Aang
done.
like goes into the Avatar state and basically like omits the power or like cancels out the power of like blood bending. So it's not like,
Okay.
but it's also
An avatar could do that to the airbending too.
no. No. All right. Well,
Well, I don't know.
That's cool.
I've always thought that water bending was like recognized as probably the strongest like fighting style of bending.
I would say Earth would be, but
I will argue.
it
with you
is
guys
cool
all day, but
how
I'm not going
their
to.
whole fortress, like how they can set up the
They're cool,
barriers
though.
of like
They're cool.
freezing the water for like the barriers in like the ocean or
Yeah.
the water, and like how they had that massive structure. Just that ice wall is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Obviously, well, little spoiler, it got destroyed from the fire and everything, but
oh my goodness, Luke.
it's just cool that they can do that. But
Yeah.
And if you run into the cabbage guy, dude, that'd be pretty cool.
dude, poor cabbage guy,
Poor guy.
poor man, he doesn't deserve that.
He does not.
I would say I'll throw in one of the worst. I would say maybe like the universe of the boys.
Ooh, that would be pretty bad.
Because here's the thing. You're like, you discover like, oh sweet, we have superheroes. Like they're gonna save us, they're gonna help us. And then you find out that
They're all
they
selfish.
don't care at all. And they actually might kill you.
Yeah.
Then you find out that this Gen V or this
Gen Z.
Maybe.
is that what's called Gen V, right? Or no, that's no
Substance
Substance
V.
V or
No.
Right?
Compound V.
Compound V. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
I think Gen Z is the show. Compound V.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's another show.
Yeah,
You're
that
right.
anyone could get their hands on it, inject into themselves, and turn into have some kind of superpower. It could be really stupid or it could be really
Like
good.
the
Yeah.
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 We know which one you're
Okay,
talking
okay.
about.
So
Yeah.
I think it's very just unpredictable that you can get it in the wrong hands, and it shows like a more realistic kind of standpoint
so
of
wild.
just because you have power doesn't mean you're going to be a superhero. So I think it'd be kind of a scary
He's a
world to live
I'm
in.
a new kind of super.
What do you guys think?
It seems bad. Yeah, it can go wrong pretty quick.
Here's a question: if you were in that world, would you take the Compound V? And here's the thing, though.
I don't know what it is, but sure.
So, okay, so pretty much, all right. So pretty
really
much, it's
not
like
a
this
good
blue.
mentality.
It's this blue canister, whatever you want to call it, that you inject into your body, and it gives you some kind of like power.
You can't control what it is.
Based
Yeah,
off
it's
of
just-
like, well, it's based off of your genetics, I thought, right?
Yeah,
like
it's just
it
super
interacts with
random.
like your
Okay.
DNA weird.
So you could be pretty much like
Spin the
Homelander.
wheel.
So you could be like Homelander, who's like pretty much like
Superman.
Superman. He can fly, laser eyes. He's like pretty much indestructible.
So it'll just
Super
give me a
strength.
random.
Or you literally could have it where you can be stretchy.
say
You
it's
could
so
like
Right.
you could be
Could be
invisible.
stretchy.
Elastic.
That's a good way of saying it.
You could have some like really stupid
Right.
random one,
yeah.
and but you don't know what it's gonna be.
Well, then I probably
Do you know
wouldn't
who we're
take it.
talking about, bro?
I don't
Being
know.
really stretchy.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
Is
No,
it the
but-
new season?
It's in the second season. Never mind. It's pretty.
Would you guys do it?
Oh.
dude?
Yes, I would do it.
I would. Probably
Maybe that's why
do
it's the
it.
worst
But like,
universe.
what if it was something dumb? Like
Sucks.
some of these people have really dumb powers. But yeah, I would do it.
Like the
'Cause there's
guy who
always
could
a
just like
cure.
read minds.
You
I mean,
can-
that's actually pretty
You can
sick.
take it away, but oh yeah, the telepath. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, okay, if I knew that I had of the danger and maybe it's a chance to like save yourself, I think I would do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just a helpless human that's gonna
It's
die.
kind of like Trent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when
Well, okay, maybe not.
when
quite.
A Train was
Not- maybe
taking it,
not.
he was kind of taking it like as a drug because
Yeah,
he needed it.
was- Yeah.
So,
a little
Yeah.
bit.
but anyways, I think that would be a pretty rough world to live in with superheroes that aren't so superhero-ish
For sure.
and more like villains that are trying to just gain power and attraction.
Yeah.
So,
For me, I think the worst universe to live in would be the Terminator universe, bro. Because like
oh,
the Skynet, is that what it's called? It just pretty much just obliterates like the whole world. Like
Yeah.
and then they create robots to like exterminate humans. I feel like that'd be a
I
pretty
haven't seen Terminator in
it's
years,
been a
so I don't
long
really
time
remember
for me.
like anything about it.
Here's a fun
Terminator
story.
movie marathon.
I had GI issues in middle school and I was very, very
Nerd.
backed up. And
In what way?
Bricked up.
oh, Luke, I couldn't pass bowel movements
You couldn't poop.
because my body decided not to.
Why didn't you do it?
It wasn't really my choice, unfortunately.
Kinda
I
sounds like it
remember
was.
this.
No, you don't.
I do.
Are you serious?
Dude, your dad talks to my mom all the time.
Why is my dad talking to your mom about my GI issues? I don't have GI issues
Your
anymore.
family's
I'm just
very-
saying.
Why wasn't I told
They're
about
very,
this?
very honest with each other, I guess. Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
No, I
Honest?
said that's why they're close.
Oh, yeah, because they talk about their children's problems. Anyway, my dad, what a G, he stayed home with me like in a couple days when I had to like drink Miralax and just like
Hell yeah.
it was really rough.
That sounds
we
nasty,
watched. We
Miralax.
moved. I remember we moved the TV upstairs onto the like living room table for some reason because I guess I had to stay in the living room. I don't know why. And we watched all 3 Terminator movies, and like that's a core memory that I had with my dad
I love that
because I was
story.
constipated and
Nice.
and watching Terminator. But
you
it
go.
was a good
huge.
time.
On
And
this week's episode, we learned about Brandon's bowel
Those movies are
movements.
so good.
they're so
like
good.
Terminator 2 is
Terminator
top
2
tier.
is like I think I like it even more than the first
Oh,
one.
for sure. It's top tier.
Yeah.
Top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This might ruffle some feathers, but I'm
Ruffle
gonna
'em.
say that the Marvel universe is
The worst?
The worst.
is the worst
How so?
because
Really?
Ooh.
there's just so many things that go wrong.
Yep.
Like
There are
every,
a lot of villains.
there's so many villains like and like the whole Thanos thing when he snaps
Yeah.
and like
That's
Half
half the
it.
population.
Everybody's
Yeah.
cities just gets destroyed.
Right, like it's just constant chaos in that world, and so like I feel like just having to deal with that and Thanos, it's just so much all the time. So I feel like that universe has got to be the worst.
Yeah.
I feel like to do you one better, maybe the Dune universe, just because then it's like trillions of people. Like it's not just half; it's
True.
like a ton of people are getting
Yeah. I mean, the
murked.
Yeah.
cool thing about the MCU is for those Marvel,
Cinematic universe.
correct. I would say it's cool that you get to have like the actual heroes though part of it too. So at least you have people that are fighting for you to like
Yeah, but,
help
like,
the situation.
I see these memes or something on Instagram all the time. It's like when you watch Spider-Man like chuck your car at the Green Goblin
Brother.
and he misses,
Dude!
and you're like, my car.
Sir?
That would be
That's
really
my
rough,
car!
dude. Like imagine the scene
Right.
of in Spider-Man Far or No Way Home when Doc Ock like breaks
Oh.
out of the bridge and is like just destroying cars.
Yeah.
Dude. Like imagine if that was your car, you're like financing it or something, and it gets destroyed.
You're
and
not
they're, like,
I think
throwing it.
here we go. Here we go. One
That
more.
would
qu-
suck.
This is the premise of The Incredibles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. When he chucks the car.
No, just like the reaction to all the collateral damage that they're
Oh
causing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Oh, it's,
Ooh, what about
No
really
more
quick
stickers.
honorable mention for another bad one would
Was that
be
you?
the Transformer universe. Because think of
yeah.
No, think-
Snooze fest.
no. Hear me out, Joyce. I'm saying for bad because imagine
Right,
just
it's
a
trash.
Decepticon just flies into Earth, and then you
Similar
have
to Marvels, yeah.
you have Megatron being like, "Hey,
Megatron,
I'm going to fight you,
Mhm.
and there's just this huge fight that destroys cities.
Give me him.
Or
Those
like,
are just two.
I'll deal with
oh,
him.
that's true, dude. Like Man of Steel, that one, or like Jujutsu
Ooh,
Kaisen.
yeah.
But like, dude, like when cities get absolutely flattened because of fights, that
Right.
Man of Steel was
Man of
brutal,
Steel
dude.
was
I remember I was
sick.
actually disturbed after watching it. I was like, oh wow, dude, like there's a lot of damage.
Like imagine your car just transforms into a Decepticon, runs off, kills a bunch of people, destroys a city,
That would suck.
and then you have no
It's your
car.
Right, and you're kind of
Dude!
responsible because it was your car.
It
You
was
bought
your
it.
car.
Yeah.
You bought a Decepticon.
Talk about trust issues.
yeah,
True.
that's,
Yeah, right.
that's
All
not
right,
good.
we gotta hear.
Yes,
guys.
let's get to it.
All right, I do think that this is the worst. I
Really?
didn't mean
Worse
it to
than
be
Terminator?
a
All right, let's hear it.
competition,
Yeah.
but I do think that this is the worst universe. I mean, not the worst possible. You can always think of a crazier one, but among like popular fiction, this is probably the worst. Warhammer 40K.
Oh,
yeah.
Warhammer
Yeah.
40K is pretty
Yeah,
bad.
it's pretty awful.
All right.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Warhammer.
Nah,
40K.
really. Well, I know what it's a video game, but I don't know much about it.
Okay.
Okay, like that Astartes video.
Yeah. Okay.
That's Warhammer 40K. It's
Yeah.
like in the Warhammer
like
40K
where they're killing the
universe.
heretics and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
All right. Well, so it's basic. Like the premise is, humanity already went through like its golden age. Okay, we invented AI. We came up with all these like crazy technologies, and then AI rebelled against us. So it literally has the aspects of the Terminator in it. AI rebelled against us, killed trillions of people, and humanity managed to defeat AI, but like regressed so greatly that now humanity is like in a dark age. So this guy named the Emperor decide he's like immortal. He's like lived. He's basically me. No, I'm just
He's almost lived as long as Trilo.
he's actually that guy that's like lived a super long time, like thousands and thousands of years, and he decides to like act and reunify the galaxy, the galaxy of humanity, which has already like spread to the stars. So he like goes on this huge crusade, and he creates these like suns called the Primarchs, which
Primarchs.
he uses them as like
SONS?
as what?
Sons, like
Yeah,
your
SONS.
sons?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And they're like super powerful. They're basically like demigods. Like the Emperor is extremely powerful, but he creates these sons called Primarchs. One of them, named Horus, like rebels against him and basically like sells his soul to Satan. There's like
Very good.
There's like 3 Satans
What
at this
the-
time, or 4 Satans. I don't know, but they're all, like
4.
Yeah, there's like
Biblically accurate.
Humanity's doing good.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're pretty bad. They're really powerful,
Gotta
like
figure it
demonic
out.
entities, and he like sells his soul to them, and gets his other like 8 or 9 brothers. I don't remember the number, to like rebel with him. So it's like half the brothers are loyal to the Emperor, half are with Horus, and they start the Horus heresy, which is this huge civil war that kills like literally trillions of people. And okay, humanity is like millions of worlds, by the way, so it's like huge. And each one
gotcha.
has billions of people on each of those worlds. So there's like tons of humans. Anyway, that causes a huge collapse of the Emperor's empire. He kills Horus, but he's like mortally wounded, and so he has to sit on his chair on the golden throne on the Terra, which is Earth. That's what they call Earth Holy Terra. And so he has to sit on his chair, and he's like an extremely powerful, they call it psyker, which is basically like force user. You know, he's like in tap
Nice.
with the spiritual world, and he has to like be a cosmic beacon in the warp to guide all the ships to their paths. He's basically like a huge computer that like helps
Yeah.
all these ships across the entire empire to like get to their destinations safely without running into some demonic entities or whatever. So he's like stuck there, and humanity he didn't want humanity to start worshiping him, but because he's like
I think he
he can't like intervene, humanity starts like a religion around him. And so like 10,000 years later, 10,000 years after the Horus heresy is when the events of Warhammer 40K take place. And humanity is this, like, imagine like 1984, just the worst possible totalitarian empire that you could think of, like way worse than the Star Wars Empire. All right, way more totalitarian, way more oppressive. And ruled by like the worst aspects of religion because they worship the god emperor, and any belief other than the worship of the god emperor is heresy, and you'll be immediately executed, or turned into a servitor, maybe. Which a servitor is basically they take your brain out and like plug you into a machine, and you become.
Hey, Milo.
Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I don't want to go there.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't
This
even.
No
is
thanks.
scary.
Can I keep going a little bit?
Yeah,
Dude,
keep going.
I think you-
All right.
I'm so like
I don't want to visit
captivated by
there.
it,
No,
but
thank
at the
you.
same time,
Warhammer
scary.
is nuts, dude. All right. So you can become a servitor.
Who came
which
up
is,
with this?
So they don't
This
have
is some
any
crazy lore
AI.
for a video
AI is it started off as a board game.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I have heard of that.
Yeah.
Hasn't like Henry Cavill
Yeah, he
played this
paints
game?
Yeah,
paints
he-
the
he
figures.
makes
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Warhammer 40K is nuts. But there's
What?
there's video games and books and stuff. There's actually hundreds of books in Warhammer 40K. It's like one of the most
100.
developed like fictional universes.
That's all connected. It's all connected.
But yeah, there's no AI. So you can't have like artificial intelligence. So they literally use human brains as like computers. If
That's
they would need
gross.
like some complex computational ability, they'll literally like take some prisoners, take their brain out.
Just have
and,
like a
plug it
USB
in.
port and just plug it in.
Exactly. That's like their
Ouch.
equivalent of a
SD card.
smartphone.
You have
It's
one of
just
those,
like-
Brandon?
no,
Can I plug in?
no, I don't.
So that's like the average human. The average human in 40K is just like born on some world. It could be even Holy Terra, but they'll be born on some world that's probably like a huge industrial world that has 100 billion people on it, and the whole planet is probably just like Coruscant, but like not nice. There's no nightclubs. There's some nightclubs, but they're like really dirty and grimy. They'll
Probably
literally
smelly
have
too.
towers. They'll have towers
Yep.
that go like miles into the sky, and then like the cities like go miles into the ground, and it's just filled with people, and there's just
Sounds awful.
the sewage is
Yeah,
not
that
great.
sounds terrible, Joey. How do you like that?
There's so
Billions
many
of
people.
planets.
There's definitely
Billions of
not
people
enough
on
food
millions
for
of
everybody.
planets.
So like
Yes.
one of the main staples is corpse starch, which is recycled human corpses,
Oh,
and that's like
great.
a main staple for a lot of
makes you
people. That's one of their main
Yeah.
like protein sources.
So on my trip, I'm gonna pass on that stop
Yeah, this
and
is definitely the
continue
worst.
to a
Yeah,
different
that's-
universe.
Okay, I need to say this: the Imperium of Man, which is what I've been talking about, is like one faction in Warhammer 40K. They're one of the better ones. The alternatives get pretty gnarly. So like humanity's always
Wait,
at,
that was one that plugs people's brains in.
there's only one major faction of humans, which is the Imperium of Man. But there's all these like alien species around. The Imperium of Man is like always at war with these alien species. So like there's one of them is the orcs. The orcs are kind of like orcs from Lord of the Rings, but like way bigger and more muscular.
Reminds me more
steroids.
of like World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
they
orcs.
look like World of Warcraft. They're literally like fungi. Basically, they reproduce by spores,
Nasty.
and they're totally obsessed with fighting. That's all they live for is just to fight, and they'll literally like.
That's awesome.
Also, they like if they believe hard enough that something will happen,
Oh, they, like,
it'll
get
happen.
stronger. Oh, it just becomes.
So if they'll just like put some metal together, and if they believe it's a gun, then it becomes a gun.
That's
like
pretty
one of their
sick.
Oh,
powers.
interesting.
You could like
insane.
believe
yeah, they'll
food
just-
to life.
They'll invade
Yeah.
a world and just kill all 100 billion people on the planet.
I
because
believe
they think
that's a
it's
Big
fun.
Mac.
There's okay.
That's a big Luke.
That's Joey's foot.
Do you guys ever play Halo?
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right, the flood from Halo.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have that. They're called
Hmm.
the Tyranids. They're basically like bugs. Like
Buggers.
yeah, they're like
Yeah.
they're
Bug assist.
even they're probably even crazier than the flood. But
Dang.
they have that. They have like ancient Egyptian skeletons called Necrons that are like millions
This
of
is
years
the
old.
craziest universe.
Their weapons
ever,
just
bro.
like dissolve you.
Everyone listening is like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, okay. So
Wait, what?
in oh yeah, I mentioned it also. They have like demons in the Warhammer. 40K.
Oh, well, of course.
Well,
Yeah,
they have
wasn't
Next
one of
to
the
Satan,
videos
the
that
four
watched
Satans.
dude
Yeah.
gets sent
So
to
like,
like the demon world?
yeah, like people can get people are that have like force abilities. They're called psychers. If they tap into it a little bit
Like
too much,
psychopaths.
Yeah.
and
Correct.
if they tap into it a little too much, they can get possessed by a demon.
Oh.
And literally
that's from
one
the Astartes
one
video?
demon
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
can
okay.
start like a demon incursion and just take over an entire world. So you could just be like, oh, you're doing your business, eating your corpse starch, and your friend
Very
just gets
good.
possessed by a demon, and it kills everyone on your planet. So they have
That
this,
sounds marvelous.
They have an organization called the Inquisition,
Here we go.
and the Inquisition, they basically hire the worst psychopaths to be in the Inquisition, but they have like unrestricted power, like the Space Marines, like other factions. They
Unlimited
can't really do
power.
anything. If the Inquisition like makes an order, it has to be followed because they like report directly to the Empire. Emperor. They say. So like if they deem your world tainted, they can just exterminatus the whole planet. They'll just blow. They're like it could be
If they deem your world what?
tainted,
Tainted.
tainted by chaos or whatever. It could be
Corrupt.
They'll
Some
just
corrupt
exterminate. They'll just take out your whole planet, and there's nothing you can
Brandon,
do.
your world's done.
And it's seen
Yeah.
as
See
good.
ya.
It's seen as a good thing because the alternative is even worse.
This is a
Yeah, eating
eating
Corpse starch.
corpse starch.
So
Well-
Noah's gonna stay on Star Wars. I'll stay in Hobbiton.
I'm gonna
Brandon
stay
will
in
be
Avatar:
in
The Last
Avatar.
Airbender.
Yeah, I would much rather take the boys' universe than
Luke will
that.
be-
I'll stay in.
That's the thing. Like everything you guys mentioned,
I thought I was gonna
Warhammer
win with
40K.
the Terminator.
It's like a
one,
version
but
of it.
Warhammer 40K has like that
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
it. Like even
Right.
who mentioned Transformers?
Luke.
They
Oh,
have
yeah.
Titans, which are
Yeah.
basically Transformers, and they'll just obliterate like
Jeez.
whole
Everything.
armies.
Well,
Yeah,
One-
Warhammer 40K is wild.
One
It's
more
scary.
cool honorable mention too would be like I think just the Harry Potter world would be cool too.
Mm.
Oh,
Just learning
100%.
spells. I obviously there's the dangers, but like going
creepy ghost
they make
ladies in the
school look
bathroom.
fun. Like learning would actually be pretty
hated
cool,
that
like
girl.
new spells and flying around on a broomstick. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate her.
Yeah.
The ghost
Moaning
in the-
Myrtle.
chick in
Ah,
the Moaning Myrtle.
yeah, she's
yeah,
weird.
yeah. Oh, I
She
hate
gets
her.
weird with Harry.
She gets so weird.
Oh.
he's like in the tub and she's like going under the water.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it, dude.
He's like, no.
Oh, I
please leave me
hate
alone.
her so much.
Yeah.
It's kind of like anime.
Oh
No.
man.
Oh, fine. Yeah, that's kind
Yeah,
of
it is. It is a
Except
little pervy.
now it's a guy creeping on a girl in the shower. And they're just humans.
Don't
Both-
forget to
both
like,
happen.
comment, and subscribe.
There's a lot of animes out there.
Yeah, Christian podcast, right? My bad.
Well, that was some good stuff. So now everyone knows universes that you want to visit. You can add to your travel list, and universes that you shouldn't visit.
Hobbiton. You can
Being
literally travel his.
Everything that Milo said. Warhammer 40K. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Bad. Nasty.
It's cool though.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was I think that's going to be a wrap for today. So everyone, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe,
And share and give us 5 stars.
and share and give us 5 stars. This is the Campfire Council podcast.
There's also a faction that literally just. There's a faction called the Eldar.
Dude, I watched this turn from 29 to 35, and he was still talking about Warhammer.